Welcome back to Don't Tell My Spirit Guides, the podcast your spirit guides probably warned you about.
Okay.
So today we're going to touch a little bit on, we're going to go a little deeper on some of the stuff that we talked about in the last episode. We're going to tell y'all what soul ties are, trying to let go of them, right?
Hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to attempt.
And then we'll just explain like soulmates and twin flames and get into that whole vibe. And we got another mocktail today.
Cheers. Cheers.
Girl.
So going into soul ties, let's start there. I think a lot of people, when they think soul ties, they're thinking like, these are just like energetic connections, energetic cords, if you will, that you build through this lifetime with people, typically a romantic partner and typically someone that you've probably had sex with is when it's usually stronger. It's not limited to that though, but I do feel like soul ties do carry like lifetimes. Yeah, they carry on.
Like people you've already met in past lives.
Exactly. And you're usually meeting them in this lifetime for a reason. Like there's something that like I recently came across, and I feel like it's actually very true because I have done past life regressions, and I did get to experience what my past life looked like with someone.
With me.
She was there. She was definitely there. She was definitely there for sure. We were up to no good in that lifetime too. But basically, in that lifetime, like, I got to see how much I like completely shattered that person. And, sometimes what it is that your souls will end up agreeing that you'll come into this lifetime and that person will end up being the catalyst for your growth. Mm-hmm. So like the person that loved you the most in your past life will be the one that hurts you the most in this life. I'm not saying that this applies to everybody, but it does apply to a lot of people that do have soul ties. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying that because I know it applies to me. So shit.
Yeah, it's like before you come to Earth and you're writing your curriculum, let's say, of like what you're going to do in this lifetime, what you need to work on, because we have many of lifetimes. So it's like whatever you effed up the last lifetime, you're coming here to work on that and like see if you learn that lesson, see if you pass the class this time.
Yes.
So sometimes people from a past life are like get in that contract and that curriculum with you, and they're like, okay, I'm going to test you here, or I'm going to teach you here, they're a part of that life. And they just, if you don't learn the lesson, see you again.
You'll end up meeting them in another lifetime, or you end up meeting a similar version of that soul in a different body. So the same lesson just repeating itself over and over.
In one lifetime they could be your mom, in one lifetime they could be your teacher, in one lifetime they could be, it's like whatever your souls decide to come as, so that you learn those lessons. It's like the end goal is not coming back, but we come back a bajillion times first. Like I was actually listening to a podcast the other day, and she was talking about how she met someone that was like on their last lifetime, and she's like, that's so freaking rare to have like nothing else to work on. Like
that's amazing.
Yeah, but like, imagine you just got it right.
Fuck yeah, I'm trying to like reincarnate in like Venus or something, because it's ghetto here. I'm done with Earth. Like you will not catch me here in the next lifetime, I promise you.
But you might skip it for a couple years and then come back, because I heard that happens too.
Oh hell no. You cannot pay me.
You're gonna ditch me?
I won't be here soon, guys.
I'll say it from up here.
Be like this bitch. Look at her doing that shit again.
I thought we learned this in the last lifetime.
You know damn well.
So the story also is that whatever you learn whatever you've already learned, you carry with you. So whatever you're learning in this lifetime, you're going to carry it with you in the next one, and so on and so forth. So everything that you like secured the bag on, it goes with you. At least that's how I've learned it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but also like the fucked up part is like, okay, yeah, you do have a contract before you come in. So you're agreeing to these lessons, but then you show up and you don't remember shit. So like there's that.
Like,
and then
here you go. Good luck trying to figure out what you signed up for.
yes, and then you meet the people that you have these agreements with, and like obviously you're oblivious to the whole situation. So there you go, ignoring the fucking red flags. Like with the
Or
video
the signs or the lessons they're trying to teach you, or like, yeah, and then like you're crashing out and someone's like, listen, this is what you got to do. And you're like, I don't fucking, and it's like, damn, there was your answer. Just shut up and listen to a lesson.
The thing is, you guys just like, you try way too hard to like negotiate with your intuition when you know damn well you see the red flags. Like you guys literally see it and like you try to make that shit pink or yellow or something. He doesn't text back. He doesn't, he never calls me. Oh, it's okay. That just means he's busy, But he's posting on social media. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Active on Instagram, but not responding.
I know. I'm sorry, I was
Tell me why.
busy.
I text my man because he's like away for work right now, and he had responded to something I sent him on Instagram, and then I'm like, wait, what? And like, so I go to my Instagram. I don't even open his message. I go immediately to text. And I'm like, Instagram before me is crazy. He's like, I'm in the bathroom. I was about to call you. Call me before you get in the bathroom. Sign me when you're on the toilet.
You know what? I love that though, because I love my man. Like, here's the fucked up part about me is that like, I love my men clingy, but I also don't want them to be too clingy because I need to see.
I think a lot of us are like that because I see it a lot on social media where it's like, I want you near me, like I want you in my space, but not next to me, but like in my orbit.
Yeah.
And like,
that is because we have different attachment styles. There's 4. So there's the avoidant attachment style, which is this motherfucker is like emotionally unavailable, needs to go to fucking therapy. Okay. Most of them. So the avoidant attachment is typically someone that like they when you get too close to them, they get fearful and they run, but they don't even understand why they're running. Like they take a really long time, if they even get there, to understand their own emotions and why they run away. But it's really what it is this fear of getting hurt. In fact, avoidant attachment people don't run away from people that they don't like. On the contrary, they actually run away from people that make them feel too much. And then you have your secure attachment, which is what we all want to become, which is, you being secure in yourself and your relationship. You're that bitch on the pedestal. You're the fucking prize. And like, if you want to leave, like leave. I don't give a fuck. Like, like you're secure. You don't need validation. And then there's like the anxious attachment style, which is like the person that's like constantly checking their phone. Like, did he respond? Yeah. Like,
he's not responding. It's been 25 minutes. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, that used to be me.
That used to be me too. And then
cringe.
And then last but not least, this one is me now. There's the disorganized attachment style. And the disorganized attachment style is a combination of an avoidant and an anxious attachment style. So when someone gets too fucking close, it makes you feel a little too much. You freak the fuck out and you run the other way. But then when someone gets too far, you're like wait a minute,
about it. Where are you going? Yeah. I feel like specifically with like my man now, I'm super, and he is too, like super like secure attachment.
Yeah.
And it's like the first time we both have experienced it. And like I knew so fast that I was gonna marry him because it was like so easy. Like right after all the crazy shit that I've been through, like with the male species, I never thought I could be like in a secure attachment relationship. But it was it's like so easy with him.
But I think that's exactly how it should be. Like,
yeah.
I think we're like addicted to the chaos, and like, one of the main reasons why it's so difficult to like let go of these like, connections and like severing the cords and stuff, it's quite literally because of your brain producing like oxytocin and what is that other freaking dopamine. So it's like you have to think of it like kind of like a drug addiction. It literally is, for your brain at least.
Yeah.
So but at the same time it's like, if a man or a woman is like making you spiral in that kind of way, like, you know, do you really think that your soulmate is gonna like make your nervous system feel so unsteady? Like, it should feel this easy.
Yeah.
It should feel that secure. Should feel that safe.
Yeah. It's
you
like
know?
I seen a post on Instagram. I was gonna post it on our story. I'm gonna do it tonight. And it said something about, let me read it to you because, girl, watch, you're gonna be like, oh, I like that. Watch. It's so cute. I found it. Actually found it. Someone said, maybe you don't need more time to heal. Maybe you need more experiences that show your nervous system a different reality. And I haven't stopped thinking about it since.
Facts. Facts. Yes.
And that's how you create. That's how you get a secure attachment style, I feel like, because your nervous system can finally confidently say, I'm safe.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. One of the ways that you can regulate your nervous system is like taking a memory of yourself in which you did feel safe. Could be recent, could be from childhood. And, you know, doing breath work and associating, you know, a trauma with that feeling.
Moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like basically like, okay, like let's say like a recent or like past, you know, version of yourself maybe thought that love felt like abandonment. A love feels like uncertainty or whatever else, but you know, you obviously don't want to keep repeating that feeling. You don't want your nervous system to like think that that's what it is. So what you do is you do breath work. And when I mean breath work, I need your chest and your belly to be moving like up and down
there.
Yes. And then think about that memory and lock in that feeling of like being safe and secure. And like, you know, as you're doing that, you're like, okay, no, this is what love feels like. So then you're teaching your nervous system that that's the feeling.
Yeah, you're rewiring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
So what do you think soulmates are?
I think soulmates are kind of like similar to like a soul tie, like because it can be anybody. It's just people that you have. I mean, that's just actually the definition that I have for soulmates, because I think a lot of people think, though, that it's just like your lover, and they're always like, oh, I want to find my soulmate. I want to find my soulmate. And it's like, girl, your soulmate could be your mom. Like, it's not just a lover. Like, it's just someone that you meet and they feel so like familiar, like you've met them before, because you probably freaking have. Like,
and we have multiple soulmates.
Yeah.
We have multiple soulmates, but you know, there's also like this whole thing with like twin flames and like the twin flame journey and stuff. And unfortunately, I think a lot of it is like very unhealthy, because I think people become like very obsessed with like, you know, well, that's my twin flame. That's who I'm supposed to be with. But I think what a lot of people don't understand is that twin flames actually, especially because of the intensity of the connection,
usually just like teachers.
They're
right?
usually just teachers. And most of the time you actually are not even meant to end up with them. They're just meant to be like a catalyst for your growth. And they're just here to like, you know, teach you a really
I heard that the
difficult
part
lesson.
of the twin flames is that their soul is on like also the same mission as you, or like a similar mission, and that's why they're a twin flame versus a soulmate, because you guys are kind of meant to learn like the same lesson, like in a way. So I don't know why y'all always searching for your twin flame.
Yeah, for real. I don't want to read that. I think it's just like glamorized, like where people think like, you know, that's what I'm supposed to be with.
Yeah. But people probably associate the word twin too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like your twin, like brother, Swiss, like, oh, like, that's my twin. Like, no, this isn't like that kind of twin moment. Like,
no.
They gonna hurt you. Hurt you bad.
Yes. No. And then also like, you know what? I feel like I'm at the, you know, age where don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't believe in love. Like, I do believe in love, because obviously that would be saying that I've never loved, so that would be stupid, you know? But I do believe that, you know, when you have connections, like, you know, whether it's romantic, it could be friendships too and stuff. I think that, you know, we also have to like understand that no one belongs to us and that, you know, you're supposed to enjoy that, whether it lasts for a day or whether it lasts for 10 years or your entire lifetime. Maybe that's pretty rare, but even then it ends because one of you is gonna die. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, my mother's not allowed to die without me. We recently had this conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all gonna have to take me with you. I'm gonna be third wheeling in the casket.
I was like, if I go first, you're definitely coming with me. He's like, what? I'm like, no, like,
Oh hell no.
what you mean you're gonna be with another girl? Hell no. Hell no.
You guys died together. Like
Death is not doing us part.
the fucking nerve you guys had to die without me.
Like,
I'm on my way.
I have a list of people that better take care of him if I go first. I'm trusting you.
I got you. I'll shoot him, then I'll shoot
Where
me.
he knew he's going in.
Fuck, we're great. We should cut that part out. Charlie, I'm just kidding. Am I?
He'll never know.
Oh my god. And then like how, you know, like it's not always meant to like be a forever thing, you know?
Oh,
like,
yes.
And I think that that's okay. That part is important because I think, you know, when I was like younger and I had like my first love, I think that that experience lasted on and off 10 fucking years. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I do.
Okay. And I thought I was gonna marry this man and have his children and whatever else. Okay, here we are a whole other 10 years later and I could not picture myself with him.
Thank God.
Not even in the same room, breathing the same oxygen, to be clear. But I have fallen in love after him. So it's like that also, I feel like that was a big lesson for me too. Like to like really understand that like one, yeah, nobody belongs to us and you're just supposed to enjoy the
100%.
experience.
Yes.
But also that we have so many soulmates out there. And like just the same way I fell in love with him and the next guy, there's gonna be another motherfucker that I can fall in love with, you know?
Every 15 minutes, it's like
Period.
the bus.
Every 15 minutes, exactly. Just be patient. Just be fucking patient. There's
But I
another
think
one
when
on the
you're
way.
growing up too, like, and you don't know all of these things, like they haven't been taught to you, or like my kids are gonna grow up with all of this knowledge, but like I wasn't raised like that. My mom wasn't raised like that. So it's like when you grow up not knowing these things and you're devastated over a guy, you do think he's your whole life and nothing
sure.
is past him, and you're freaking like in 5th grade, like, and you know, and then you
God.
get through it and you go through life getting through it and just getting through it and getting through it. And then,
Yeah.
and then sometimes you learn information like this and it becomes a lot easier to let shit go,
Yeah.
let people go, because you're just like, okay, like, I learned a lesson. It was cool while it lasted. I had fun, like, or I didn't have fun, whatever the case may be. But you take it for what it is. You try to just learn from it, and you move on. And you see that in life, you're always going to outgrow people.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, either you're on different life paths, spiritual paths, different, just they're there to do a certain thing at the time they were in your life. Some people, that's just it. After that thing, they're just out of your life.
And it's so much fun to like experience love again and romance again, you know, like the honeymoon phase when you're all like stupid and giggly. It's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing.
Jana, just kick him out and then tell him come back and start over.
Honestly, after like it's like after like the 3 months period or so, it's like your free subscription, your free trial expires.
Your free trial of rainbows is over.
And they start acting funny. Like, what the fuck up? This is not.
You're a little too strict.
This is not what I signed up for. This was the fine print. Clearly.
That's hilarious. For real, huh? Like, I'm trying to renew my
Oh my God.
subscription to the fun times.
I don't like this shit. I need the premium back. This shit's ghetto.
Restore purchase.
Let me create a new email with me and my multiple personalities.
I got a wig.
Hold on. We're back.
We could change my name too. It's okay.
So I think something that people were asking us is like talking about how to like cut these connections. So like I want to hear, like, in your experience, like, how was it for you, like, letting go of some of these really, really tough connections that, you know, lasted years and
Like
were like
pre-knowing
cycles.
what was going on, or post knowing what was going on? There's a difference.
post knowing what was going on.
Post knowing what was going on, that shit was easy.
Okay, rewind.
Goodbye.
It gets to a point. It gets to a point, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, I think post knowing what's going on, you're just like, goodbye. Please.
I don't know, man, because I was
done.
I was really pendeja. Like,
Really?
Like, I knew what was going on, and I still stayed.
No, once I learned like what we're talking about, like let's just say like with my ex,
Yeah.
I was done. Girl, I remember just sitting in that relationship and already being done, and openly telling him like, I'm done here, but like I feel like I still have like a purpose to serve you, to help
Yeah.
you learn, to teach you, but like otherwise, like this is not where I want to be. This is not where I'm gonna stay. Like you're on a ticking time bomb to when I'm really like, all right, I'm done even trying to be your friend.
Yeah.
But there was like a long period of that relationship where I was like, openly, he knew, I'm checked the fuck out.
You check out.
Like,
You know,
I'm being your teacher, but I don't care.
I think I knew I was like gone when I remember this was at a point where like I didn't even have a car yet. I was still like that young, and my sister's boyfriend used to pick me up from work, and imagine carpooling on the 405. You know how bad that freeway is, so you knew those car rides were long. And my phone was ringing, and you know it's this man calling me, and I looked at my phone and I was like, ugh. And then my sister's boyfriend was like, I mean, it's none of my business, but you don't really seem like you want to
You're
be
into
there
it,
anymore,
yeah.
you know? And he was like, just be straight up, like, just cut it off. Like,
Yeah.
you clearly don't want to be there anymore. And like, I was like, I think I was so in my head about like not wanting to be the bad guy and like, you know, cutting that relationship off. But like, luckily my sister's boyfriend was an asshole himself. And he was like,
I'm done, bye.
and no, he was like, he literally talked me through it. He was like, you know what? He's like, didn't you tell me that he did this to you? Didn't he do this to you? He started
Like reality check, yeah.
And he's like, did he feel bad when he did that? Like, did
Like,
he feel?
feel-
What about that time you caught him doing
He
this?
didn't give you a choice.
I was like,
Like now you're like, fuck, now I feel stupid staying.
you right. Next.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think it's like post knowing, like once you learn, it's completely different. Like I'm telling you, I literally was just riding the wave, and I just consciously knew, like, I think I'm here to still teach you a lesson, but like my time is up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we can finish riding the wave or whatever, but like pre-knowing about like connections and them teaching you lessons and like having a purpose in your life, and you know, pre that, oh, I was a hot mess. And trying to let go was so hard. I remember like moments where I was like in my shower, like teary, like crying, like begging God, like I don't want to be here and I don't know how to leave. Like make me understand, like what is the purpose of this? Like for a long time, until finally I was able to let go. And like I can't even remember, but I just remember one day it was just easy, like the switch just flipped and I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Like,
You have to
there's
get to
zero,
that
there's
point.
zero emotions left for you. There's like zero tears. There's like zero left for you. And it took a long time. And at that time, he was that person that I thought like, oh, I could, like, this is my life. Like, this is going to be my life. Like, this is who I'm going to be with. And then, you know, the universe was like, hell no. Like, hell no. Like, that person taught me so much, and I feel like they're part of the reason why I even like ended up here, like with this much knowledge and stuff, because like I healed myself from that. I feel like that's where like my journey really started. I was like, I don't want this to be my life. And
I think that first intense toxic
there's always
love
like a catapult. Yeah,
is the
like,
one that
that
yeah,
I'll-
it does. It does. I unfortunately had to experience that again,
crazy
but in a
because-
weird way.
But it's so okay. But it's so crazy how like it happened, because I feel like we both had like that same toxic, like absolutely like
Yes.
crazy toxic person, and then we both had the next person that was still toxic, but we knew better, but we were still like teeter-tottering between, I know, but I'm here. And like, that's crazy.
I don't know.
We
I mean,
literally
it's
both
like,
kind of experienced that the same.
I don't know. I feel like all of them had a little lesson of their own for damn sure. I think one thing that I've learned about, like, you know, when you're trying to like disconnect from these people, and sometimes it has to be very repetitive, you know, like a little morning ritual or whatever, but like you kind of have to really pay attention to your body and like, you know, where is your body feeling this connection to that person? And like often enough, it's usually like in the heart chakra, in your sacral, sometimes in your solar plexus.
How do they do that though? How do you go about
I feel like your body does tell you, because you know what, when I do sound baths for people, I walk them through this sort of process, and every single time, like the person, like they know where it's at. You just can't overthink it. So literally ask your body, like, where am I holding on to this connection? And
so
don't
just
overthink
sitting with yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe like starting off with like the deep breathing, like the all the way inhale, whatever, and then just asking yourself and trusting your intuition. What it's telling you.
You might feel it physically, but you might just like think it, and maybe you think more than one place. That's okay. That means that it's stored in both places, you know?
All right.
And then, you know, you kind of want to visualize like you're entering that energy field with your hand, and you see the energy that's there, the cord, and then you like pull it out. And you can work with like Saint Michael Archangel or like your spirit guides, your ancestors, and you can ask them to like help you like cut the cord and like transmute that. But you don't just like cut the cord and like, you know, call it a day and that's that, you know, like you have to, you know, really say like, you know, I'm cutting the cord with this person in this lifetime and from other lifetimes, because that's the problem, is that you guys be cutting these damn cords when you forget that you have other lifetimes with them from every timeline, you know. And you can also say like, if there is a contract that needs to be fulfilled, like I'm releasing that,
yeah, like I'm
with
done
love,
with it.
and I'm calling my power back to me now. And then just kind of like hug yourself, embrace yourself, bring your power back to you, you know, visualizing that energy coming back to you. And do that shit as many times as you fucking need to until you stop being a dumb bitch.
Literally. I've literally been told that before too, though. The like just tell yourself, or, you know, tell the universe, like, you're done paying this karmic debt. Like, you're done with it. Like, it's not yours anymore. Like, wipe that shit clean. And if you can't, you can always call Anna. I mean, booked and busy.
I can only take so many appointments, guys.
Anna.
What we're trying to do. Book your appointments now.
She's crazy.
Fun fact, something that a lot of people don't know is that when you cut cords, because a lot of people think like, oh, you cut it and then that's it, right? I'm done. Like, it's over. I'm good now. No, it could always be reconnected. Not reconnected. New ones could be, you know, connected in their place. Any contact, even if it's mental, like you thinking about that person, creates cords energetically. Yes. So
Damn, how do you turn off your brain?
you have to redirect the thoughts. So like when you have those thoughts, redirect
Immediately,
it.
like,
Not like redirect it, like think about something else. You kind of have to challenge your brain. So like, let's say like you start thinking about this person and you're like fantasizing, living in la la land and shit. You got to tell yourself like, nope, but that's actually not how he was acting with me. Actually,
reality,
it was like this.
quick reality check.
A reality
so
check.
that it stays. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then eventually, like, you know, your brain will catch up.
Yeah.
But like another thing is that it's energy. So what happens when you cut an energy cord is that the other person
Feels it.
So they will very likely be spiraling, thinking about you, and not in all occasions, but often enough, they will end up reaching out and wanting to rekindle shit, because
Better
what the
be
fuck you
strong.
mean you let me go? What the fuck you
feel it.
mean you
Yeah,
don't
they
love
feel
me no
it.
more? They feel it.
It's like if you're holding them off a cliff,
Yeah.
and then like you let go, and they're like just about to hit the floor. So
Yeah.
like they can literally feel it.
Yeah. Well, imagine that, like, you're holding them on a pedestal and you're like giving them all this love and all this energy and all this magic, and then suddenly you're like, fuck you, and you pull that
Take
shit
it
back.
back.
They're like, what?
Where'd my bitch go?
So yeah, like they won't, unless they're spiritual, they won't fucking have a clue. In their head, they're just like suddenly thinking about you,
Yeah.
romanticizing you all over.
In their head, they're just going crazy.
But what I'm trying to get at is that when they do come back, if they do come back, that's not a sign for you to take them back. Doesn't mean they changed.
Learn the lesson. Stick with redirecting. I mean, at that point, they should be blocked.
I cannot make this up. One time I did a cord cutting. Actually, I had one of my friends do the cord cutting for me because I was like, I don't want to do it for myself because I know that I actually don't want to let go of him. But I was like, so I feel like I need someone to So I had her do it. I cannot make this up. She did the cord cutting and then my phone buzzed and it was a message from him. Talking about
Like,
what you doing.
right after.
Yes. What you doing, motherfucker? I haven't talked to you in how long? What do you mean, what you doing?
Oh my God. I'd be like,
She was like, oh, it's working. I was like, keep cutting, keep cutting.
You're like, wait a second, wait. Blocked.
Damn. It's like, try blocking me in the astral, bitch.
Oh my God, that's insane. Actually, like in real life, in real time.
You know, I did that before. It was not on purpose. So remember I told you sometimes I astral project on accident?
Yes.
Okay, so you know my ex, obviously he had like some spiritual shit going on.
Oh, I think you told me the story. Yeah.
And we were broken up and he like swears
That you popped up in
that
his
I
room?
popped up in his room. And he's like, I fucking saw you. Like you were in here looking around. And I was like, this bitch, she fucking astral project. I was like, I had to make sure you weren't fucking around with anyone.
Imagine mid-fuck, he sees you right there.
What you doing?
You immediately gone. Immediately flatline. Oh my, dude, I would probably have pissed myself. Like, oh my God, that's insane, actually.
That's why he would always say, like, it's like, I feel like you're the one person I can never fucking lie to. I was like, no. If I ask you, it's because I already know the answer.
That's insane. That's insane.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that.
Thank God.
All right.
Card
Let's
read
close
for
this
the day.
with our little card pool.
Ooh.
What the collective needs to know for the week. Oh. One more. What we got there?
Show more respect was the first one.
Ooh. I think that's like respect for yourself. Honestly.
That's everything we're just saying.
Don't be stupid.
And then summertime was the second one.
Hey, you know what? Summertime's around the corner. And you know what?
Get it together, get it fast. Get it together fast.
That number 8 there, like that is like, you know, the infinity loop and stuff. But also I feel like when the number 8 pops out, at least for me, it usually means like there's like cycles ending and there's like new ones beginning.
Like
So I think like
new
summertime,
vibes.
new vibes.
And then be confident was the third one.
Hell yeah, we love that. And then bottom of the deck, reflect. So I think you guys should reflect on everything we just said. Take notes.
Very on theme, per usual.
Yes.
Ding. Okay. Bye, bitches. No.
Don't tell our spirit guides.
See you next time.